I better write this down.
It was a quiet Thursday evening. I had just left the office and headed over to Josie's for a drink. Josie's was the best-ran bar in town, and it was easy to relax there. After about my third glass, that's when my partner, Detective Mercer, walked in.
Thomas, we've got another one.
That's Detective Reeves to you.
I've been your partner for 6 months. I can't call you by your first name.
No.
The kid just didn't get it. It was a respect thing.
All right, Detective. We have another one.
Same markings on the body?
Yeah. Where are you going?
The John.
Lomax?
Yes, Detective. This one does too.
You can't believe me when I tell you something?
Lomax? When can I get the results off the autopsy report?
I can have them to you tomorrow morning. These markings are typical of what I normally find on these bodies, so it shouldn't take too long.
Search the area.
Mercer wasn't a bad detective. It was simple trust but verify. This case from the start was strange. 8 male victims, all with this odd symbol carved into them. No signs of struggle. No evidence or clues as to who was behind these murders, or even how they were being murdered. After searching for a bit, I found a napkin nearby with lipstick on it. This was the first piece of evidence ever to be found at one of these crime scenes. That's when the chief showed up.
Where is he? Reeves!
Here we go.
Tell me you've got something. You've been on this case for 2 months now. The papers want to turn it into a circus.
I got a napkin.
A napkin. What'd you do? You take the corpse out to dinner?
Told me to tell you I had something.
Oh, funny guy, huh?
What'd you guys find? Lipstick.
Lipstick.
Hey.
Why'd you tell me there was lipstick on this?
You told me to tell you I had something, you didn't like what I had.
Lomax, what's your report on my desk first thing in the morning? Put this with it. You too, Reeves.
Why should I come in when I can be out solving this case?
But you're not solving this case. If you were, we wouldn't have 2 months worth of bodies piling up.
You want me to come too, Chief?
Was Hitler a Nazi?
Yes. Hey, what are you writing?
A recipe.
What about the napkin?
It's called a clue, kid.
Look, we've been partners for a while now. You still don't treat me like a person. Anything?
See you in the morning, kid.
It was nothing against the kid. I just didn't like him following me around. When he needed to know something, I'd tell him. If I'd known the chief was going to be late, I would have had a donut with my coffee.
Detectives?
Morning, Chief.
Let's just get right to it. For the coroner's report, it seems we've got nothing but the symbol. Yet again.
What about the napkin?
Let me get to it, Detective. It seems our victim, one Mr. Ludlow, was married. According to the lipstick stains on this napkin, it might mean that Mr. Ludlow was having an affair. I want you two to look into this. Hey, where you going?
I thought you said...
I know what I said. Sit. Got someone I want you two to meet. Mr. Torn, come in here, please. Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Mr. Henry Torn. He'll be assisting you on this case.
Don't you mean assisting us with a student council?
No, that's a witty comeback for an old man. If you were half that clever all the time, they wouldn't need me.
Why don't you make yourself useful, Junior, and go down to the corner market and get me a cup of joe? While you're at it, have a chocolate milk on the old man.
Mercer, Torn, out! What is your problem?
There's a killer on the loose, and you want me to run a damn nursery school.
You know what, Reeves? I am sick and tired of your attitude. You walk around here like you're some kind of gangster, and that's not gonna fly in my department.
You didn't even have a department before last Christmas.
Oh yeah, and I bet you just loved that, didn't you, Scrooge? But that's how it is, Detective. Deal with it.
Here, you want my gun? Figure I traded on a rattle and a pacifier.
Damn it, Reeves! Okay, look. He just graduated from the university and decided to join the force. I don't know why, I don't care why, and no, I'm not gonna ask. But he will be assisting you in this investigation. End of story.
Seems pretty bad.
This new victim was eating me up on the inside. None of the other victims had anything nearby them. Why this one?
So who's gonna ask the wife if Mr. Ludlow was unfaithful?
I will.
Figures.
Look, Brain, when we get...
My name is Henry.
I know what your name is. We don't use first names around here, kid. Since I can't call both of you kid, I'm gonna call you Brain. You like that hand?
Easy, guys. We're at the house.
Yes, may I help you?
Mrs. Ludlow, I'm Detective Reeves. These are my partners, Mercer and Torn. May we come in for a moment?
Is this about Tom?
I did not want to discuss this on her front porch. Mrs. Ludlow, got some questions to ask you about your husband's whereabouts last night.
Is he okay?
We'll get to that in a minute, ma'am. Do you know where your husband was last night?
He was probably at that diner he always visits.
Do you know the name of the diner?
Yes, it's called Quality Cafe.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mrs. Ludlow, do you mind if I have a look around?
Not at all. Help yourself.
Mrs. Ludlow, do you know if your husband's been having any extramarital affairs?
What he means was, were there any issues with your marriage?
What do you mean were?
Just answer the questions, ma'am.
All marriages fight, but if you're implying that my husband was screwing around, I want to know why you feel that way.
And that look meant there was nothing to be found here. Ma'am, I think that'll be all the questions for today. You can find your husband down at the station. When you get there, ask for Lomax.
Thank you for your time.
Has to be a calling card.
The lipstick?
Yes,
You expect me to believe the woman's behind all these murders?
it's possible.
Women don't kill.
What kind of statement is that?
Look, I've been doing this for a long time, Brain. Women are not killers.
Why didn't you tell Mrs. Ludlow her husband was dead?
Why would I get that woman worked up before I got the answers to my questions?
You only think about yourself. You know that?
I know you've had way too much to drink.
Yeah? Yeah, what do you think about it, rookie?
I'm gonna have to agree with Reeves on this one.
Shut up. Nobody asked you.
I'm gonna go and call you a cab.
I don't need your help.
You're drunk.
You're an asshole. I'm gonna go investigate that diner by myself tomorrow without you.
Like I was saying, it's a calling card.
What about the symbols on the bodies?
What symbols?
Do you know how to use a gun?
Yes.
I don't mean that rookie stuff.
What does this have to do with anything?
I'll show you what it has to do with it. Everyone I see with that symbol on them is dead.
I wonder why the killer chose this symbol.
Well, don't just sit there. Tell me what it means.
This is the triquetra. The Germans used it in paganism, and it was often associated with the Norse god Odin, things like life, death, magic, that sort of thing. It was also used in Celtic pagans as well, and later adopted by the Christians and used in their beliefs, their arts, their culture, so on. The Japanese also had another variant of it, but it's not as important because it's neither here nor there.
That's how you earn your nickname, kid. Good work. Go home and get some rest. This case was driving me nuts. Bodies showing up, one after the other.
I came as soon as I heard.
Did you go by the diner first?
No, I came straight here.
We have another one.
Show us. This body has a symbol on it as well, only different.
Yeah, like someone else killed this one.
Or the killer's getting reckless.
Brain, you know how long I've been at this?
Since Dirt was young?
Slick. You seen Mercer?
Detective Mercer did not come in this morning.
He's probably sleeping off his hangover.
Let's find out. Officer, clean this up.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't like Mercer to not show up for work or not be at home. After a night of drinking, who knows where he may have ended up.
So what now, Reeves?
Tonight, meet me at the diner.
According to our friend, the detective will be here tonight.
You want this one?
No, dear. This one is all yours.
Should be fun. Mind if I sit?
Be my guest, my lady. What can I do for you?
I'm having a hard time tonight.
What?
Finding some good company.
I knew right then she was lying. You know, it's not polite to lie, ma'am.
Where's the lie, darling?
A beautiful dame like yourself's having a hard time finding company. It's because you're 10 buckets of crazy.
Maybe I am.
That moment, I knew these two were together. However, something didn't add up, so I followed them.
Do two women scare you so much that you need a gun?
Cut the chatter. Tell me what you two are up to.
We are up to nothing. Just here to watch.
Put your hands... Oh.
There it was, the moment every officer fears.
Reeves! 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 Arthur! Wake up! Are you okay? Mercer!